Alright, I wanted to make a review video of how to subtract across zeros. So, step 1. You have your problem and you look at the ones place. Change that 0 to a 10. Step 2. Cover up that 0 and see what number you have left. I would tell the students they have the number 80 left, and I would say, what is 1 less than 80? And they can use the number line I have in the room to see, but 1 less than 80 is 79. So then I say cross out 80 and change it to 79. Step 3. Now we're ready to subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 4 is 5. And 7 minus nothing is 7. And so your answer is 753. I also show the students the meaning behind this as well. So I say, first we start in the ones column. What is 0 minus 7? We talk about more on the top or more on the floor, and they know that there's more on the floor, so they go next door. When they get next door, they're supposed to borrow a 10, but there's no 10 there. So then I tell them, keep going next door to your neighbor's house. We go to the hundreds house. Then we can take 100 from the 800s that are there. So I tell them to change that 8 to a 7 because we borrowed 1. And now our 10s, instead of there being 0 10s, we now have 10 10s because 100 makes 10 10s. Then we go back to the ones place and I say, did we help out our initial problem? And they would say no. So then I say, now you're ready to go back next door and borrow a 10. So then they go borrow a 10, and that 10 becomes a 9, and the ones become 10 ones. And then they're ready to subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 4 is 5. 7 minus nothing is 7. And when I line this up, you can see at the top we have 7, 9, and 10, and this was just a shortcut way to do it. This is typically the problem the students have the most difficulty with when they see 100 across. So, step 1, look at the ones place. I tell them to change this 0 to a 10. Step 2, they cover that 0 and see what number they have. And the number they have is 10 left. So, what is 1 less than 10? They would tell me 9. Now, when they cross this out to put 9, they sometimes want to put it in the hundreds place, but we have no hundreds left because we borrowed 1. So make sure that they put the 9 in the tens place. Now they're ready to subtract. 10 minus 3 is 7, and 9 minus 2 is also 7. So the answer is 77. Here's a review problem with regrouping with subtraction. First, we check the sign at subtraction. Then we go to the ones place. We have 3 minus 5. Is there more on the top or more on the floor? There's more on the floor, so we must go next door. Take 1 10. That's 10 ones more. And this 3 moves right up here to become 13. Then we go back to our 10s. There's 2 10s left. Now we're ready to subtract. 13 minus 5 is 8, and 2 minus 2 is 0. 7 minus 1 is 6. So our answer is 608.